actually started from a conversation from my mom this morning. I was sharing with her last night. I'm in the School of the Supernatural second year, and my friend Lindy Hale is leading our second group. And she said something so powerful, and I was sharing it with my mom. Let me quote what Lindy said. She says, she was having a dream, basically, the basis of this. And in the dream, God told her to tell us, the school, this sentence, these sentences. And she was so cute. She goes, because, God doesn't tell me to tell you stuff very often. Love it when God's just speaking to them in dreams. But this is what she said, and it really was one thing that really stuck out. And I was sharing this with my mom. This is what she said. Tell them to take 1 moment per night of school, and take it home. Write it in your journal. Eat it. Steward it. Pray over it. It is the life of heaven. So that's the nugget from the first night of school. Basically, I took that as my nugget, but that is so powerful. And I was telling my mom how important this is, I believe, because when you do journal, when you tie something positive, a God encounter, it has a way of attaching and changing your emotions, of bringing healthy emotions in the midst of the storm or the drama of the trauma. All the stuff that we've talked about of living from your spirit identity. No better to live from your spirit identity than to tie what do you do with those emotions, though, that they're dangling? So much emotions. You think about it with the hurricanes, from Texas to Florida to all across that lower region. How are people going to change their emotions? Already, I really see the power of prayer. People have been realizing and speaking so bravely how, hey, we have ourselves. This stuff can be replaced. Yeah, it's terrible. I lost my pictures. But hey, I have myself. The gratefulness that is coming up and out of that. So what do you do? I say that. What do you do when, it's still kind of coming. We're still focusing on your spirit identity, but we're talking on those emotions that can get out of hand. What can we do with that? Because we are body, soul, and spirit. The soul contains the mind, will, and emotions. So in a way, this is another facet of dealing with soul health. What do you do, though? The emotional part of it seems to just flare up. And what do you do with the emotions that come from your past? And so this has really been on my heart for quite some time. So it's really awesome just to be able to say, yeah, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to ask the Holy Spirit for some keys so we can train our brain that has a positive emotion of wiring us for positive, victorious emotions. Because once again, that is the part of us being spirit beings, having a human experience. We can be spirit-led, and what do we do when the body part is just the emotions aren't keeping us from being spirit-led? I really like this because I realize that this is so important. It has so much to do with renewing your mind, which renews your emotions. It has so much to do with living victoriously from your spirit identity. I don't think I'll ever get away from that thought because I believe it's your key. I believe it's a word for this group, for this video series group, to really go on to the next place in the fullness and the capacity of being successful where God's called them, successful in God's eyes, not necessarily the world's eyes, and part of that success is shalom, nothing missing, nothing broken. That's you. Nothing missing, nothing broken. So point number 1. Go ahead.